Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the signs that's in front of you? Shots in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. To rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Hey, my brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You and my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction on every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I'll stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. To rise no more. Falling to rise no more.
This video taken by the Isupk is posted on the school's website and on YouTube. He says he and members of his Christian Bible school are well within their First Amendment rights. But shop owners say they've heard enough. Today in court, their lawyers argued the group is trespassing. In addition, they say the group's offensive.
Niggas want me dead. Crackers too, but it's coon ass niggas, they for the feds. My stick full of lead. In case these whole niggas try me, man, I might have to make that bed. No need to even flex. Cause how I walk it, how I talk it, let you know my speech direct. You heard what I said. Another move, your life passing through your mind, now you're big. And I'm fresh like a motherfucker. Niggas hating cause they more want us. I'm just coolin' by myself, but now they all on me. Shut up, bitch, eat a dick, I don't wanna love you. Sippin' that pool wow, got your list up out your shoe now. Look what you finna do, wow, it's hot. Hop around these niggas till you flop. I'm busy getting mine, but all these niggas wanna duck. But it's cool, let me know I'm on the top. Steady in the courtroom, always fighting cops. Call the white man the devil, and that's off the top. So they try to stop my movement with a block, but I beat the case every damn time, so they watch. Waiting on a nigga to try to make me slip up. Walking up on me like homeboy, what's in your cup? Do you have any drugs? Well, let me see the slugs. Make it your bitch ass back, get mad, you ain't getting love. Your wife made you clip your damn nuts, yeah, I know. Crazy what cool people will do for these hoes, but I ain't even pressed. I see why you going on, my nigga, you're dead wrong, but a never get it on.
Black and white land, shit is crazy. They preach about how they hate white people, how they
I'm freshen up, cleaner than the motherfucker. Good juice in my cup is redder than the blood sucker. Drip on leak, yeah, drip on me. Hey, talking about, but what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, you see these damn bitches, they be choosing on me. But I don't want the bitch, but that bitch drooling on me. I get the walking under cause she wanna moving with me. But I won't have it cause she easy like spaghetti, help me. At least into the G. Who is he, that nigga from SC? Get your level straight before you approach a G. Zion TC 0013. Sits on the stick, it got me cruising off the scene. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, nigga, yeah. They nigga be hating, but they can't penetrate us. Trying to shoot at us now later, but I'ma get you now. Potato on the bow, blang, blow.
But even 30 years later, videos don't necessarily lead to convictions of officers. Advocates for reform say that needs to change.
Clap it.
All right. So we're gonna begin a Lacum Yala.
Turn to one concert.
I was gonna start up. I'm hearing the reverb. Is there anything I can do on my side? I know earlier I was good.
Salakia, sir. Give me 1 second.
How about that?
You hear me?
Yep. I can. Excuse me. I can hear you. You can hear me, right? Clear.
Turn to one concert. Is that better?
Yep. Sounds like we good to go, brother.
Most of Curtis, come with concert.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna just to start up above in 14 and 34. Matthew 14 and 34, real quick. A lot of times I like to, let you see the scenery, especially with Christ and a lot of his accounts.
Turn to one con.
Because a lot of times when we out there teaching, or if you're just teaching a class, you want to paint a picture. Because the so-called Esau, he already painted a picture of Christ, and everything that he stood for through his movies and through his doctrine, you know what I mean? And his religion. You know what I mean? So I want to paint a picture, let the scenery be set. And a lot of you brothers are familiar how I go at camp. So let's go ahead and let's start off verse 34.
Turn to one concert. The book of Matthew, chapter 14 and verse 34. And when they were gone over, there came unto him, it's like they came into the land of Gennesaret.
Right. That's up north, by the Sea of Galilee. Go ahead.
Okay, kind of one concert. And when the men of that place had knowledge of him, they sent out into all the into all the county round about, and brought unto him all that were deceased.
Right, all that was diseased. Right.
And brought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment.
Right. So when they heard about Christ was in their region, they brought all these people, went and got everybody. You know what I mean? Yo, he's here. We heard about him. He's here. So all the disease, they came out, and all they wanted to do was just touch the hem of his garment. Now you paint that picture, Christ healing everybody. All right. And people, we rushing to get healed of all our diseases. Read on.
Kind of one kind. And as many as touched were made whole. It's like it was made perfectly whole.
Right. It was made whole. He doing all this in the sight of the people. Read on.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 1. Then came to Yahushua scribes and Pharisees.
Right. They seeing Christ doing all this, and really, all they really trying to do is find fault with Christ. Just like at camp, people try to find fault with us. You know what I mean? I had an Old Testament years ago, Old Testament cat. He come up, yo, why y'all out here teaching, teaching? And he tried to charge us for breaking the Sabbath.
Mm.
And we had to let him know that we the priests of the Most High. The priests worked on the Sabbath day. And I quoted the scripture to him, yo, if your sheep fall into a ditch, would you not pull them out? And the same thing with your child. So eventually he rolled out, but read on.
Kind of one concert. Which were of Jerusalem, saying, why do thy disciples transgress the traditions of the elders?
Right. And let me explain. These cats was like somebody always following the UPK.
Mm.
They coming up out of Jerusalem, and they steadily trying to find fault with Christ. So now they trying to charge him with not washing their hands. Read on.
Kind of one kind. For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. Verse 3.
Read on.
But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of the Most High by your traditions?
Right. He's like, yo, why you transgressing the commandments of the Most High by your traditions? All right. Read on.
Kind of one kind. Verse 4. For the Most High commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother.
Right.
And
read on. He said, saying, honor thy mother and thy father.
Kind of one kind.
Let me ask the class. Anybody know what that exactly means?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
Meaning when your parents is in their old age, you're not supposed to put them into a nursing home or anything like that. You have to take care of them the way they took care of you when you was a baby.
That's correct. So many people, so many Christians don't understand that. But in the UPK, we understand the teachings of Christ. We understand the law. And that is correct. Read on.
Kind of one concept. And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Right. What is Christ saying right there? Anybody? Anybody can take a stab at it. I tell you what, Lacombe, pick somebody.
Raphael. Come on with it, priest.
Downfall. He let his mother and father do bad, so he do him bad. So downfall.
You trying to get it. Read it again for the brothers.
Kind of one concept. And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Let him die the death. Anybody else? Anybody?
Shalaki, I don't want.
Come on with it.
He not gonna die to death, but he gonna die to death. you put it away your mother and father, you gonna be miserable all your life.
That's what normally happens now. But back then, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and good try, you're supposed to be put to death. That's what Christ is saying. That they letting people treat their mother and father real bad. They not honoring their father and mother. That's what he's saying. He's saying you worried about this tradition, but you transgressing the commandments. Read that verse again. The whole verse.
Kind of one kind. Salakia, General, if I may.
Sure, come on with it.
Just to get complete clarity. So whenever somebody their parents is in their old age and they don't honor their father and mother the way they're supposed to, at that point would they be brought before the priest to be stoned to death, or that's just put to death? Okay, kind of one concept.
That's what would happen back then. And that's what Christ was saying. Just like today, you see people disrespecting their parents, not just putting them in their homes. Yo, listen, they had to create a law to protect seniors from their children. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a neglect of senior or something like that. You know, some sort of abuse. You understand what I'm saying? But back in Christ's time, yo, you supposed to put them to death. And then everybody would see that, and then they would honor their mother and father. And that is coming out of the 10. The 10 commandments.
Kind of one kind. So like it, sir, if I could.
Come on with it.
So would it be safe to say whenever our king return, then it's gonna go back to that?
Yes, con.
So.
And when Christ comes, they for sure gonna know that he's the man, like he's the king of the earth.
Kind.
So you ain't gonna have to put too many people to death. Also, because the way of America is set up and how they brainwash us so much, we don't even consider our parents. We want to get even with our parents, or we want to roll out, never call them, never check on them. You know what I mean? Like we treat our parents, like, yo, like they ain't nothing now. And some people even try to get even with their parents. And that's what Christ is, he's teaching that you transgressing the commandments by allowing people to not honor their mother and father. That the elderly, you know what I mean? And the widows, you're supposed to take care of all of them. Read on.
Kind of one concept. For the Most High commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother. And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Right. Let him die the death, meaning let him be, let the judgment fall on him and be stoned to death. Let him die to death. Read on.
Kind of one kind. Verse
because
5.
when you look, because when you look at it, our laws is to protect everybody within our nation. And then Christ giving the rulership of the earth, those laws is going to protect even the heathens.
Kind of one kind.
And the earth will be a paradise. Somebody that's really old, their children, their job by law is to take care of their parents. They can't get out of it. Their parents took care of them when they were babies, and now their children grow up and take care of the parents and let them die and sleep. You know what I mean? A nice, comfortable life. It's only right. You know what I mean? Which is righteous.
So like, General, if I could, just real quick.
Come on with it.
What you're saying, sir, is absolutely heavy, because it made me think about how our oppressor shows no regard to the young or the old. And this basically lets you know who rightfully should be ruling the earth, because we actually have laws in place that we're going over where we have to show regard to the old.
Right. Exactly. And I'm gonna say this: even in the UPK, we follow that law.
Kind of one concept.
I've gotten orders to go, hey, get this done. You know what I mean? Go over there and take care of this. You know what I mean? Other brothers have got orders within the nation to go take care of the elderly. You know what I mean? I've seen it done. I've seen us fulfill that law.
Kind of one con. So, like, sir, we got a question in the chat off of this scripture right here.
Come on with it.
A young man out of South Dakota said, Salakia Adawan, would it be dishonoring your father and mother to lie to them and put them in danger?
Definitely. Definitely. You ain't supposed to put no one in danger in Israel. No one. You take care of your parents. Your parents is going to be hard to deal with, but you'll be able to deal with them. You know what's right. You know what I mean? Good question, too. You know what's good for them. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that they're able to live, they're able to eat, they're able to sleep comfortable. You want to do those things. Now, the parents, you might have a hard time. Some people got to deal with the dementia, the Alzheimer's. You know what I mean? But you still got to clean them up.
That's right.
You know, make them wear Depends. You got to, you got to love your people. That's the point. That was a good question. But never put them in danger. You know what I mean? Like white children be trying to kill their parents.
That's right.
You know? All right, read on.
Kind of one con, verse 5. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profit by me.
Okay. Read that one more time. I'm gonna break it down.
Kind of one con. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it
so
is
now
a
they
gift.
saying this to their mother and father. Go ahead.
Kind of one con. It is a gift.
Meaning this, whatever's going on with you, it's really from the Lord.
Mm.
You know, you getting payback for what you did to me. It's a gift from the Most High.
Kind of one con.
You know what I mean? Also, how you treat them, it's a gift from them. Okay? This is a gift from them. Go ahead, read on. Anybody understand it?
Kind of one con, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Like somebody might say, yo, I'm gonna put you in a home. You deserve to be put in a home. I'm not dealing with this. This is the best I can do for you.
Kind of one con.
Read on.
Kind of one con. By whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Now this one you're gonna have to understand. This is dealing with the Pharisees and Sadducees. Whatever the resources of the parents, they would tell them, like today, you ever heard of old people, their children robbing them?
Kind of one con.
That's sort of like this in a sense. But back then, the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the priests would allow them to treat their mother and father like this, and allow the son or daughter to say, listen, right now this is enough money and I'm gonna dedicate this to God. It's sort of like telling your parents, I can't get you, let's say, some new clothes. I done gave the money to the priest.
Oh, God.
It's like that. It's like giving the priest the money. So basically the priest is basically taking a bribe knowing you treating your parents like that, and the priest is saying it's okay. And it was a tradition called, I think it's called Corbin. And when you look that up, you'll find out what that exactly means. All right. It's basically saying what I'm saying. It's like a offering that you give it to the priest, but you really taking the resources from your mother and father, what they have left. Just like if it was their social security check. You know what I mean? You rob them, right? And you spend it, but you give it to the church. And you feel what now? You feel like you did the right thing. When you know you didn't rob, you didn't do the right thing because you give him 10%, but you take the check and you might have $400 to spend with. A lot, let me tell you something. A lot of that goes on in the world. Because you in here doing what God says, don't think this doesn't happen. You're going to find out, say, man, what? Man, I can't believe it. It might be some of your own family members that you got to intervene and stop, where your aunt might be getting old and your cousin is taking her money. All right? Go ahead and read on. So Christ is cutting them. You know what I mean? Basically, if this was today, you'd be like, yo, you fake. What do you mean tradition? Yo, you breaking the law. Because of that tradition you have, where the children is robbing the parents and you getting a piece of the money and you allowing them to have it. That's basically what Christ is saying in this scene right here. You get it now? Like, when you put it all basically together, Christ saying, if somebody is not honoring their mother and father, you let them go. You're supposed to put them to death. But because they giving you a little percentage of the parents' resources, you let them treat them elderly people wrong.
It's like, if I could, General.
God.
With this interaction that Christ is having with the Sadducees and Pharisees, going back to the previous chapters, me thinking about it, they was already trying to seek accusation to unalive Christ. Is this what Christ cutting them like this? It'd be safe to say that this is giving them more of a reason to want to unalive him, because he's basically he's coming up against the way they're doing things, getting their money, different stuff like that. Right.
And here's the kicker. All the people came out there to see Christ. So now who are they following? The people are following Christ. The job when we go out at camp, our job is to turn the people away from everything that America stands for. Christianity, Islam, drug dealing. Our job is to turn the people back to the Most High and the teachings of Christ. That's your whole job as a prophet. The whole job is that. How do you do that? You gonna have to cut the Pharisees and Sadducees of today. The Pharisees and the Sadducees of today, they are listening to you and trying to find fault with you. You ever be at camp and it be some guy that just don't say nothing? And then after a while, he try to strike and catch you. That's it. That's it. Why you think he called them vipers? That's what vipers do. But vipers, back then to call them vipers, it was damn near cursing them out. Today, vipers is a light word to me and you. You know what I mean? In the streets, you would say, you old snake ass nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga, you a snake. That's what you would say, right? You know what I mean? That's what you would say. And that's why they hated Christ. Because he wasn't soft when he went out there.
Kind of one.
You know what I mean? He checking them. He said, "Well, you trespassing the commandments of the Most High. You allowing you're not forced. You're not telling people that they need to honor and obey their parents. You let them get away with it. You know what I mean? That's like me and you letting somebody wear a dress. You know, a man wearing a dress.
Kind of one.
You gonna check him, man? You ain't supposed to be wearing nothing that pertains to a woman. And we would do the same thing if somebody was abusing their parents. You know?
Kind of one.
So it was more so they wanted to find fault with him. They wanted to confound him. But all that was building up.
Okay, kind of one concept.
Because they ain't gonna be able to kill him after he healed a bunch of diseased people. They no longer sick. They you know what I mean? So they gonna protect Christ. They might even fight for him at that point.
Kind of one.
So, but it was balling to that point. You know what I mean? He was definitely not liked. And the more he cutting them, the more they really want him, like you saying, want to put him to death.
Kind of one.
You know what I mean? And you know, there's incidents where in the scriptures they wanted to put him to death several times. But here is more or less, let me confound this guy. He got everybody's attention, and they real disrespectful. Because if somebody healing somebody of some diseases and a bunch of people, they supposed to be like the people that came out to see him. You know what I mean? Who was like, they was basically giving thanks to God. Read on.
Kind of one concept. Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 6. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandments of the Most High of none effect by your traditions.
Right. That tradition is called Corbett in Mark, the 7th chapter, which was like a offering you would give to the priest or to the Pharisee maybe, and then they would let you slide. You understand?
Kind of one concept.
And Christ, read that part again. Christ is cutting them. He's like, go ahead, read.
Kind of one kind. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. For thus,
right, he's supposed to be what? What's supposed to happen to him that's not honoring his mother and father?
He's supposed to be put to death.
Right. You see that? So you ain't following the commandments of God. Because somebody that's doing their parents wrong should be put to death. Right? I mean, back then it was definitely, now we got mercy, but back then he was supposed to put them to death. You were supposed to put the evil away from you so nobody else will do what they were doing to their parents.
Kind of one kind. If I could
read on. Yep, come on with it.
That and this is kind of it make me think about how when brothers and sisters lose their lives now, they say these same words like, "Hey, he free now. He free. He ain't got to worry about it. He free now."
Right. Yeah. Especially a lot of slaves.
Kind of one kind.
Right. But this one is like, I want you to put it this how he's saying it. It's like you charge for bank robbery, right? I let you go.
Kind of one kind.
That's the
kind of one kind.
The Sadducees is saying, you can go ahead, just through this tradition, you just pay up some money.
Okay, kind of one concept.
You see that?
Kind of one kind.
You know what I mean? It's damn near like today's society with a lawyer.
Kind of one kind.
You know what I mean? A guilty man with money can get off.
Kind of one kind.
And the money that they using is from the resources of which they inherit from their parents. In this incident with Christ, you see how evil it is.
Kind of one concept.
It's like I take your check, I treat you bad, and then I'm supposed to be put to death, but I don't get put to death because I take your check and give him some of it. Is that not dirty?
Kind of one kind. Kind of one kind.
That's what he's saying. That's like Christ is really cutting them. Like yo, he calling them, yo, you some fake dudes. You really fake. You know what I mean? All right. Let me know if you don't understand. But that's what he's saying. That's the free part. They're letting the other people go free. Because remember, the Pharisees is in charge of the law as well as the Levites.
Kind of. So like it, General, if I could.
Go ahead.
What a good precept to this, and would a good precept to this be the scripture where they gave the parable of the merchant that owed talents, and people when people owed him, forgive me for you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly where you're going with it.
Kind of one concept.
The one that was supposed to be the stewardess.
Kind of one concept. Kind of one kind.
That would be a good one. And then there's one also, I believe, in it's either Malachi or Micah, where the priests accept bribes.
Kind of one kind.
That one you mentioned, and that one I'm mentioning now.
Kind
I forgot where it's at. My memory is
kind of one concept.
You know, man, a little older now, but that's where the priest and it says the priest and I think it's the priest and who else? They accept bribes and rewards for money or something like that. All right, they accept reward, yeah, and that's what's going on here. So good precept to it. Yep.
Kind of one concept.
Okay, read on.
Verse 6. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandments of the Most High of none effect by your traditions.
Right. Because of that money they accepted. Like, you made it none effect. Like, why should they obey that commandment? They're not going to get punished for breaking it. And that's what he's saying. You let him go free. He can keep on dishonoring his mother and father. Read on.
Kind of one kind. Ye hypocrites, well did Isaias prophesy of you, saying, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips.
Let me tell you something. He dissing them because they know the scripture of Isaiah.
That's right.
He's really dissing them. You know what I mean? It would be like any other camp, how you diss somebody that try to come up against you. You know what I mean? Like a Christian try to come up against you. You just, man, all you doing is honoring him with his mouth. You say that the laws are done away with. You know what I mean?
Kind of one kind.
Read on.
Kind of one kind. But their heart is far from me. Verse 9. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Right. Washing their hands before they eat bread. You know what I mean? They out there teaching, healing, and they want to come up and tell them that, man, yo, you transgressing the traditions. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? People about to die and Christ healing them. And they worried about whether these disciples' hands are clean while they eat. They're hungry. They've been out there. Read on.
Kind of one kind. verse 11. It's like it, verse 10. And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand. Not that which goeth in the, it's like it, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man.
Right here, stop right here. You see how he talking to them?
God,
and then he tells the people, just like we do at camp. You see that? You get into a debate with somebody, now you totally ignore them. And what did he tell the people? Go ahead again.
Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man.
Right. It ain't what go in your mouth that defiles you. Right? Go ahead.
But that which cometh
and let me
out,
say this. That's because nobody's eating pork in that time. So you understand? So he's talking about the your hands being dirty and you eating bread. Go ahead.
But that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man.
Right. Your lies. That's what defiles you. What you say to people, what you teach people, that defiles you. You know what I mean? Like I be scrolling sometimes and I see an old dude and he called himself an OG and I listen to him for a hot second. I realize, yo, he an old fool.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's just an old fool because he's giving out bad information. Because the younger men are thinking that this dude is an OG because he calling himself an OG. Or he been out there in the streets poisoning our people. You know what I mean? A lot of us got a pass. You know what I mean? And when you have a past, you're supposed to be different from the past. And you want to make sure that these young brothers don't go down that same route you went to and destroying the community. So a lot of stuff that older brothers be saying, and I've been seeing it, and dudes would call them OGs, and they be dumb as a brick.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they just be straight up old fools. Like, when we gonna start just saying, yo, this nigga old fool?
Right.
Because a lot of people come out with all kind of nonsense. And then they use that they older when they did a bunch of time and they did this and they did that. You know what I mean? Read on.
Salakia, General, we have a question on verse 9.
Come on with it. Go ahead.
The young man says, Salakia, the one, would Matthews 15 and 9 also apply to people that celebrate Christmas, birthdays, etc., and getting mad at us because we don't?
Yeah. And that's the one with honoring with his mouth, right?
Kind of one kind is the one with in vain do they worship me.
Yeah. All the time. Tell them, know that scripture. Put that scripture in your arsenal.
Kind of one kind.
Because you'll be using that come October 31st.
Kind of one kind.
Because now it's holiday season. And I know, you still going to probably be telling family, yo, you wrong. They're going to be talking about, I love Jesus. Jesus in my heart. Jesus knows what's in my heart. Well, it's just for the kids.
That's right.
All that, you know what I mean? They just honor the Most High with their mouth.
That's right.
That's correct. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard the
Yo, I'm laughing because Christ kept dissing them. You know what I mean? He's like, the disciples said, they pissed off with you, right? Because they were looked at as like any sort of black leadership today.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And probably the disciples was probably smiling and laughing. That's what they probably don't tell you, because they've been rolling with Christ. You know what I mean?
Kind of one kind.
So don't think that they was like scared or anything. They was like, yo, you know, they was pissed off with you. You know what I mean? And when you go out here in these streets, you got to make people visualize exactly how this Bible is to, you know, to wipe away the religion that's inside of them, the Christianity that's inside of them. And everybody has Christianity. I don't give a damn if they are an atheist. I don't care if they worship rocks. They still Christian when you get to talking and battling them.
That's right.
And you're gonna find out. When you hear him talk all this, just say he's a Christian and all that nonsense. Because a Christian don't do nothing what God say.
That's right.
And they don't really believe in God.
That's right.
Because had they believe in God, they would be listening to you.
That's right.
They're not even seeking God. Go ahead.
Kind of one kind, sir.
You read that part again?
Kind of one kind. Then his disciples came. It's like it. Then came his disciples and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying?
Right. They knew that he cut them Pharisees. They knew it. They probably rejoiced and probably, you know, laughed, you know what I mean? Just like you do at camp. You know what I mean?
Kind of
I
one
know
kind.
y'all done seen it, huh? What was that?
Now, so like it, sir. I just said kind of one kind, sir.
Yeah, you done seen it. Somebody get cut real bad, leave mad.
That's right.
You know, the only thing Pharisees ain't hollering and screaming. Go ahead.
Kind of one kind. Verse 13. But he answered and said, every planet which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up.
Right. He's saying they're gonna be more than offended.
That's right.
They're gonna be rooted up. They ain't gonna rule over my people. You know what I mean? Anything that the Lord ain't put out there, yo, it's gonna be done away with.
That's right.
Read on.
Kind of one kind.
And you know that the Christian church right now, they slowly, first of all, they're losing members.
That's right.
But they slowly now are saying that they Israelites. Slowly. You know what I mean? So, you know, those that are going to wake up is going to wake up.
Kind of one kind, sir.
All right, read on.
Kind of one kind. Verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind, leaders of the blind.
Right. We don't never roll. This means for us right now, we don't have to go in front of no Christian church or go inside a Christian church to battle.
Right.
That would be one of the most ridiculous things ever. I learned as a young man, and General Yohana's like, nah, we don't do that. The dude wanted me to go to a Bible study, right? And you know, cut this whoever was teaching, deacon, pastor, whoever was teaching the class. And I was young. I might have been, I say about, as an officer, I might have had like not even a full year in. You know what I mean?
Kind of one kind.
And General Yohana said, nah. He said, this is what he told me. He said, Katham, if you could see in the fourth dimension, he said, you go into Christian church and you would see demons all over the place, having orgies, eating babies. You know what I mean? He said, if you could see in the fourth dimension. And it kept me away from, ain't nothing but demons up in there. Now, have I been to the Christian church? Yeah, but not the battle. I've been, you know what I mean? I've been to my sister's funeral, and let me tell you something. I've been in that funeral, man. Let me tell you, that music is demonic.
I don't want God.
They don't have them old slave Negro songs. That music is demonic.
God don't want God.
I had this years ago. I had to shake that. I had to shake it off. I said, hold up, this ain't that old timing. You know what I mean? I just had to shake that music off. Music, you know, it can sway you. You know what I mean? Just like with rap, it'll sway you. You know what I mean? Just like R&B. I remember years ago, I was, later on my years in the truth, and I used to work with a brother. I don't mean to divert, but it was a brother that I was delivering refrigerators with, and this dude was a Christian, and every Sunday he would turn on. Now I was wrong. He would turn on the radio to gospel music. The second Sunday he did it, I said, yo, we're not listening to none of that. Now, mind you, it ain't my truck, and I'm not the contractor. But I told him, I said, we're not listening to none of that.
God don't want God.
You can turn it to anything but that. You know what I mean? But I was wrong, young. You know what I mean? But I was so staunch, you know what I mean? And young, still kind of young in the truth, but I learned to, you know what I mean, do things gracefully when you get older in the truth. You know what I mean? But go ahead, brother. We don't. I didn't mean to divert.
God don't want God, sir. Let them alone. They be blind, leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Right. And it's the same thing that I think in Ezekiel, can a brother pull? You don't have to do it. Ezekiel, I think it's 14:9.
God want God.
Let me see if this is correct. Ezekiel 14:9. (14 8 through 9 and 10). If any brother with a strong voice.
Chapter 14, verse 8 through 10.
Right.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 8. And I will set my face against that man and will make him a sign in a proverb. And I will cut him off from the midst of my people.
Right.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. And if the prophet be deceived, when he has
if the prophet be deceived, go ahead.
I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet.
I, the Lord, deceived that prophet. Meaning the Lord will deceive a false prophet even more. Read on.
And I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel.
And I've seen a lot of people go. You know what I mean? Like even in the Hebrew Israelites, so-called among Hebrew Israelites that have been out there. You know what I mean? A lot of these brothers are being deceived by the Lord. Read on. And the Lord is uprooting them. That cat that was down with Sakari, whoever his name was, he's been uprooted. You know what I mean? He's been cut off. Go ahead. Read on. That's one of them. Taza Dot, back in the days, running around calling himself the Comforter. The dude, GOCC, Nate, GMS. All these brothers is dwindling. Go ahead.
Kana, sir. Verse 10. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him.
Meaning this, you follow a false prophet, the Lord didn't deceive that false prophet. The punishment of that false prophet going to be the punishment of the people that follow that false prophet. Let's go back to Matthews.
Salakia, General.
Come.
Would it be safe to say, when the school split back in the 2000, would it be safe to say that this was the Lord deceiving them because of their own false ambitions?
With that is okay. I'm gonna tell you what happened with the school from my understanding of Commander Jenny Hanna over the years.
God.
Really, Satan came in. All right. And the Lord basically tried who was going to stay, who wasn't.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, think of Satan coming in and say, "Oh, this is the school. This is what you just set up. Let's see if they are who they say they are." And then the other stuff was, once it split, then those men became in Ezekiel, like Tazadak calling himself. You see that? Like, that's where it goes. All right. And men trying to seek power. But men probably had already been trying to seek power, but couldn't get power. And they had to find another way to do it. You know what I mean? And more than likely was to leave. Or say they had a beef with a dude and they leave, and then they on the corner somewhere teaching. You know. So, all right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
Right. And those are your pastors leading over these churches. That was back then. That was the Pharisees and other men that was running around during the time of Christ, like Sakari. You know what I mean? It was another one named John something. Like the Egyptian in Acts. You know what I mean? And that's how that happened. And while Christ is teaching, it was other groups running around calling themselves Christ and the Messiah. And they was radical. You know what I mean? You got to get that book called hold on. I think I got it right in front of me. Zealots. Right here. Salakia. This is the book. If you could widen me up for a minute. And put me in the middle of the screen just to show this book. Yeah. There you go. Hold up. There you go. This book right here, it's an easy read book. All right. And it goes into the history of what was going on during the time of Christ and after Christ. And you'll find out that it was like several groups that people were following. That's why when I first heard the guys broke off from GMS and they called themselves Sakari, I was like, yo, they wasn't following Christ.
Right.
You know what I mean? You put me back, man. They weren't following Christ. They was going around committing acts of violence against the Romans and against the leadership. Like, they was literally, daggers. They were stabbing them with daggers. That's where the name comes from. Christ, he was cutting them in their heart in front of everybody. That's something different. You spiritually cut a man, he's cut for life. So go ahead, let's read on.
Verse 15. Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Yahushua said, are ye also without understanding?
Christ cut everybody. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Christ ain't no joke. Go ahead.
Do ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth into a mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught?
Right. Y'all understand that, right? Anybody know what the draught means? Talk. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say is when you eat food, it goes into your digestive system, and then you don't.
Right. And the drought was like a sewer system that they had.
One concept.
Cut. That's correct. Go ahead.
Verse 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart.
Right. And let me say this. Christians will use this to eat pork and say that it's okay. And you got to explain to them it ain't talking about pork. It's talking about washing your hands. You got to make that clear when you're out there on them streets. And then you got to make it clear that Christ was talking about that tradition you following, but you're not following the commandments. Like Christians say that the laws are done away with.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You run around saying out of your mouth, which defiles you, saying that the laws is done away with. That's how you're going to have to battle a Christian.
That's right.
You know what I mean? All right. Go ahead.
Verse 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and they defile the man.
Right. Saying that the laws is done away with. You know what I mean? All the stuff that they, say out their mouth today and back then. So that's self-explanatory. Read on.
Verse 19. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murderers, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies.
Right. Then that's talking about, I'll be like, yo, look up, man. You want to make this money? Want to get this money with me? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I know a spot where they sleep, they loose. They only got one man at the door. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Hey, yo, check out this honey right there, man. Yo, I'm gonna see if I can get with that. You know what I mean? That's what proceeds. Those are the thoughts be in our head. Those are the things that, that's where it comes from. And that's the heart, which is your brain. All right, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 20. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
And that's the scripture you go, when a Christian try to battle you, that's the one you go right to just come. You know what I mean? That's how you know Christ ain't talking about the dietary law. He ain't talking about pork. I was just say the pork. It was like he ain't talking about you eating pork, breaking the law. All right. Read on.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 21. So like it. Then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. Verse 22.
Right. Which you know through the scriptures, Tyre and Zidon had a lot of heathens in there.
Kind of one kind.
In that nation mingled in with the children of Israel.
Kind of one kind.
Go ahead. And this one, you got to definitely, you want to make people see it. This one is easy to make people see it and visualize it. You want to have them in a movie. You want to make them see a movie when you're saying this. Go ahead.
Kind of one concept. Verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David.
Right. She's begging Christ. Have mercy on me, son of David. Have mercy on me. Read on.
My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil.
Right. She's telling him my daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. Go ahead.
But he answered her not a word.
More than likely mental illness. Go ahead. But he ignored her. And when you out there in camp, you got to say, man, Christ ignored her. You got to make he igged her. You know, back in the days, we would say, ig, yo, she igged me. Or, you know, I don't know if y'all still say that. What do y'all use for ignore now?
About the same thing, sir. We stuff like, yeah, she ignorant. She just moving crazy. She bugged out.
No, I mean, like when somebody ignore you, we used to say, yo, that girl, like we would cut the word ignore and we would say, she igged me.
I was kind of the one kind. Yeah, me personally, I say different, like words like, yeah, she wilding.
Okay. I got you. Yeah. And listen, if the generation out there that you talking to, you can explain it like that. You know what I mean? We gotta talk to reach the people. You understand?
Kind of one concept.
You know what I mean? You gotta talk the same language they talk. You know what I mean? Even if you gotta use word like simp, lame, you use it. Because they're gonna turn around and listen.
Kind of one
You talking their language. You know what I mean? That they understand.
Kind of one concept.
You know what I mean? Like we say, yo, he paid her no mind, man. Christ walked by like she was some panhandling begging. You know what I mean? He paid her no mind. Read on.
Kind of one concept. So like I said, we got a question
Sure.
on this scripture.
God.
It says, Salakia out of one, not to distract, but how do we know if someone is vexed with a devil? Is it just them sinning?
No, I mean that's a demon. Somebody that got schizophrenia.
Kind of one kind.
You know what I mean? You ever see somebody walking around talking to himself? Then they start screaming out loud.
Kind of one kind.
There's several things like that. Like one of the scriptures, a man, people didn't even want to walk by him because he was naked. You know what I mean? You'll start to see people with schizophrenia, right? The minute they take their shoes off, and y'all hear me good, I've seen this several times in the camp. And I remember General Muhammad said, go tell that brother, do not take his clothes off. He had his shoes off. He unbuttoned his shirt. We teaching. And by the time we pack up and left, dudes running around naked. A dude in my building, but he's a heathen. He was walking around with his socks. Then he was barefooted. Then the next day, somebody told me he was walking in front of the building, stripped naked, and the cops locked him up. So having a devil means, mental illness. They have a demon. All right. Just ask him, that explains it.
So like, so that was the young man out of South Dakota.
No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. All right. And that's really what you'll see people with different, it's different levels to it. You know what I mean? All right.
Kind of one come.
A brother that got a vicious drug habit. Anybody with a habit, that's a demon. You know what I mean? Read on.
Kind of one concept. Verse 23. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away.
Right. Read that part again.
Kind of one kind. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, send her away.
Now that is really, you gotta stress that when you're at camp. So the disciples came up saying, man, send her away. Get her up out of here, man. You gotta say it like that.
Kind of one kind.
Gotta say it like that. Send her away. In other words, man, get out of here. Yo, Christ, can you tell her to get out of here, tell us to leave? But he already ignored her. And that's how you would try to explain the scripture, because Christians, you know, they got a whole other twist to this scripture. Read on.
For she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
We all know that's that one line hitter. That's Christ saying it out of his own mouth. We all use that as a bedrock scripture.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Read on.
Kind of the one kind. Then she came, it's like it. Then came she and worshiped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, it is not meet for me, it's like it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs.
Right. He said it's not meet to take the children's bread, children of Israel, and cast it to dogs, to the heathens. He's just not good. Right. Read on. I mean, you know how to stress that. We all know, you know what I mean? Go ahead. Read on.
Kind of one kind.
This is one of my favorite, I'm going to just say, this is one of my favorite scriptures out there on them corners.
Kind of one kind.
And I make it real dramatic. I make it dramatic. Like this white woman, she actually Christ. Apostle said, man, get her up out here. Tell her to leave. Get her away from me. And then that's when people stop. Now they waiting for the finishing of the story. Like, hold up, Christ's supposed to be this white, you know, brown, blonde haired devil with blue eyes that's love everybody. That's the picture that they paint. As you read it, you disturbing that picture.
That's right.
That's what you always want to do when you go out there in them streets. You want to disturb every lie. You want to disrupt everything that they be thinking.
That's right.
What they've been taught. You want to destroy it.
Kind of the one con.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Con what concert. Verse 27. And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which falleth from their master's table.
Right. She said, yes, Lord. Even the dogs eat the crumbs from the children's table. Read on.
Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt.
Right. Right. Because of her faith. A lot of people, hey, let me take a break real quick.
Kind of one concert.
All right. And you can go into it, but I'm gonna deal with the faith part. All right.
Kind of one concert. You want to take about 5 minutes, 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Okay, kind of one concert.
You can put me backstage.
Kind of one con.
Tell me when I'm gone.
Okay, kind of one concert.
All right.
like, bitch, you a gospel light, bitch. What you talking about? If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK soup solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need.
I'm ready. I'm back. I'm ready. Can you hear me?
So like kind of the one con, sir. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Kind of the one con.
Okay. Salakia.
Now you two are, bro.
All right. Where we at? On the faith part.
Kind of the one con, sir.
Christians will try to believe because of because Christ said because of her faith. We know that faith without works is dead.
That's right.
So I'm gonna ask the class, anybody online, what was the faith or the works of her faith? Anybody? What was the works of her faith? Christ said she had faith. Christians don't understand what faith is. I don't want the teacher up there to see if anybody online.
So like, so we have a answer online.
Okay.
It said the young man said her worshiping Yahweh.
No, but you definitely listening. And I like your zeal of trying to figure out the answer. And that's the only way we're going to learn, because I used to do it all the time. I had questions after questions. Okay. Give me James. I'm going to explain faith through James. James 2:17.
Kind of the one concept. The book of James.
Faith, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to let the scripture go ahead.
Kind of one kind. The book of James, chapter 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is
Stop.
dead.
Even what?
Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead.
You hear that, brother? Meaning, it was something that her action, not only worshiping Christ, but that she agreed.
That's right.
That she was a dog.
That's right.
And Christians do not like that. Because in American society right now, they give us the crumb.
That's right.
That's what they give us. You know what I mean? We're nothing to them. And Christ, he gave her a crumb. And that's right. What she asked for. She said even the dog eat the crumbs from the children. So her faith was really her work in agreement that, yeah, I'm a dog. That's what she said was what convinced Christ, that she agreed that she was a dog. She said, "Yes, Lord." You know what I mean? That's like somebody would say, "Yo, you's a bitch." You say, "Yeah, I'm a bitch. Can I have this to eat?" You agreed you was a bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the only way you can get people to listen, when you do say stuff like that. And that's what she did. You know? Give me like, for instance, Faith. Keep reading James, brother.
Kind of one concert.
So the brother online can get what faith is. Because people always talk about they got faith.
Kind of one concert.
When you come into ISUPK, we have faith. All right? And I'm gonna just go ahead and
kind of one concert. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone.
Right. It's nothing. It's really just words.
That's right.
Saying it's like hot air coming out your mouth. Read on.
Kind of one con. Yea, every man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
Right. He said, I'm going to show you my faith by my works. Is there a little bit more on that?
Kind of one concert.
Come on with it. And that, I want the young man to ask me questions on it, so you'll be able to get it.
Kind of one con. Verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. Even devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
So her worshiping him was the dead part. So I'm gonna ask the young man, can he answer? So with faith, what has to happen? And I can read it, the brother can read it again.
Salaya, sir. He commented, he said, kind of the one, so her acknowledging her position in comparison to Israel is what got her the crumbs.
Right, she agreed. You want to let people know she agreed that she was a dog, and that is correct. So faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? Like, let me get a little bit more on the faith thing. Give me Hebrews 11th chapter and verse 7.
Kind of want to come.
Because Christians, you're gonna take this when you start battling. I'm talking to the young men. When you start battling family members, they're gonna say, "No, she had faith." Like, you pull the James 2:17. Faith without works is dead. What did she do? She agreed.
That's right.
That she said, "Yes, Lord." Her agreement was her action. Her compliance that she was a dog.
That's right.
Tell me when you got Hebrews 11:7.
Khan, sir. I'm at the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 7.
Hey, and Thumb Young, right?
Khan, sir.
And hold Genesis the 5th chapter, and let me know. Are you using your phone or a Bible?
I'm using the phone, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Read Hebrews 7. Hebrews 11:7.
So, like a general, I got another soldier in here as well. If you want them to get Genesis 5.
Okay, yeah. 5:32.
Khan. Oh, you want me to go ahead and read, sir?
Yeah, but I'm gonna explain something first.
Okay.
Our faith in the truth is like Noah. So go ahead and read it.
Come, sir. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
Right. What did he do? He built that ark.
That's right.
Let's go to Genesis 5:32 with the other brother. And Thumayum, you give me Genesis 7:6. We in here working. You know what I mean? We in here out here teaching, working, still doing what we got to do to pay our bills, but we come out and teach. We go out there, camp. We do teaching online, teaching in the class. We pay our tithes. We obey the laws. We doing all this. Our faith is in the Most High, but we putting this work in so that we can receive a kingdom and a position in that kingdom.
So like it, sir.
You got it?
You said Genesis 7 and what, sir?
And 6, and the other brother, I want 5 first, 5:32.
Kind of one kind. Go ahead.
Come, sir.
And this is what we built up in here. Go ahead, read. I'm gonna switch to 2 scriptures. Go ahead.
Come. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 5, verse 32. And Noah was 500 years old.
Right.
And
Any
Noah,
more on that? That's it, right? Now Noah was
It's
500.
more on that, General.
Okay, go ahead.
Come. And Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Right. This is 96 years before the flood. Give me Genesis chapter 7, verse 6. Remember, Noah had faith. Look up, how old was Noah? Or should I say young man that was just read, how old was Noah? The young man that just read.
Slightly, sir.
How old was Noah?
500 years old, sir.
Okay. All right. Y'all got Genesis chapter 7, verse 6?
Come, sir.
Go ahead, read.
Genesis chapter 7, verse 6. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters was upon the earth.
That's how long he built that ark.
Come.
You see that?
Oh my God, sir.
He was 500 years after the 3 sons was born. He building this ark all the way up until 600. So that means he was building this ark for a very long time. That's how much faith he had in the Most High. That's how much he's daily working on this ark. Of course, he probably had servants, but he's staying and setting the goal to complete what he needed to do to get to where he needed to be with the Most High.
Kind of one kind.
That's a long time, right or wrong?
Kind of one kind, sir.
That's how our faith and our work has to keep going.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And luckily, the Most High said He's gonna shorten the days for us. All right.
Kind of one kind.
All right. I just wanted to show you the faith and why Paul brought it up in the book of Hebrews about his faith and his work. All right. No sweat. All right, let's go back to the my mind, damn, I couldn't even remember Matthew 15.
Kind of one con.
I
believe we had 28, sir.
Con, let's get it.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 28. And Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thy wilt. And her daughter was made whole that very hour.
He threw her a crumb.
That's right.
And guess what? When we on top, we gonna give the heathens crumbs, and we're gonna set their kingdom up according to our laws.
That's right.
And that's gonna be the biggest piece of bread, because they'll live in peace and comfort after they serve out their slavery that they owe their captivity to us, which is slavery. You know what I mean? So we'll throw them a crumb. Read on.
Kind of one con. Verse 29. And Yahushua departed from thence and came nigh unto the sea of Galilee, and went up into a mountain and sat down there. Verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
And great multitudes came unto him.
They found out he was out there. They found out he was out there, so another multitude of people came. Like, yo, that's some heavy work, ain't it, that he's doing. Imagine if you had to go to camp from Milwaukee, hit New York, hit Jersey, hit Philly, you know what I mean? Hit North Carolina, hit Florida, hit Alabama, hit Texas. Go ahead, read on.
Kind of one concert. And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Yahushua's feet, and he healed them. Insomuch that the multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, and the maimed to be made whole, and the lame to walk, and the blind to see.
Let me ask you something. Can you imagine if I come up to you and my leg is gone? And I turn around now, have a full leg. That's something different.
Kind of one concept. Kind of one con.
The Most High for sure was letting everybody know that this is the man here. This is the King of Israel. This is who I'm letting go rule the earth.
That's right.
Read on.
Kind of one con. And they glorified the Most High of Israel.
I would too if I saw that happen. I mean, I'm still glorifying the Most High, but I'm just saying.
That's right.
I see somebody come with no arm, one arm. I'm like, yo, and he walk by me with two arms. I'm like amazed. You know what I mean? And I wish we could get that power to heal our people.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Kind of one con.
You know what I mean?
Verse 32.
But listen, I'm gonna say this, but we can heal our people with power, obeying the Most High, and prayer.
That's right.
You know, we may not have that power that Christ had yet, that he had. We may not have it yet, but we could get that power. Don't think that the Lord won't in these last days to show everybody who is really the prophets of the Most High.
Kind of one con.
And can you imagine if all of Milwaukee came to your school trying to be healed? Heathens too. Y'all might have to make an executive decision on them heathens, huh?
Kind of the one gun, sir.
Few of y'all said, I be damned. Yo, you get like the Edomites. I don't want that power. Then if I got to heal them, that's how they are with us. With you know. hey, look, come and thumb young. I can see, you know. Well, you just gonna have to die.
Kind of one gun, sir.
Cancer just get ready to kill your kids, so you might as well just.
Hey, kind of one gun, Salakia, sir. I'm gonna have to get the order to do that one, sir.
The ball be like, God damn it, look up, what is that? For everyone. So go ahead, let's continue.
Kind of one gun, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 32. Then Yahushua called his disciples unto him and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continued with me now 3 days.
How many days?
3 days.
Can you imagine that? Night and day, 3 days. He healing. There's probably brothers out there just listening and watching him. But the disciples is rolling with him hard. He out there 3 days, healing, teaching, healing. And Christ had compassion. He said, man, they've been out here with me for 3 days. You ever go to camp and you see a brother that's standing out there and you hand him a water?
Kind of one console.
Or you say, let me get this brother, see if he wants some of this chicken we ordered while we in camp. You know what I mean? I've done it many times. You know what I mean? I get it, you know, being under an ISUPK, under Commander General Yohanan and them generals. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Kind of one console.
You know what I mean?
And have not, Salakia, and have nothing to eat. And I have, Salakia, and I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way.
That's why it's sometimes it's good to have a food drive not too far from your camp, like within the camp, you know, within the camp.
Kind of one kind.
You know, on the side and giving up plates, and that way they can eat. You know what I mean?
Kind of one kind.
And a lot of brothers have been doing that, and that's good. Read on. Let me go back and start again. Start it over that verse.
Kind of one kind. Verse 32. Then Yahushua called his disciples unto him and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continued with me now 3 days and have nothing to eat. I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way.
Right. Like he said, I'm not going to send them away hungry. They might fall out.
That's right.
Here it is. We got the Day of Atonement coming up, which is tomorrow at sundown.
That's right.
And you break that fast Wednesday at sundown. These people been with him for 3 days and haven't eaten anything. You know what I mean? So read on.
Kind of one concert. Verse 33. And his disciples say unto him, whence should we have whence should we have so much bread in the wilderness as to fill so great a multitude? And Yahushua said unto them, how many loaves have ye? And they said, 7, and a few little fishes.
And you know that food was for them.
Kind of the one concert.
Go ahead.
Kind of one con.
Read on.
Verse 36. It's like in verse 35. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground.
Right.
And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave thanks and brake them and gave to his disciples and the disciples to the multitude. Verse 37. And they did all eat and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full. Verse 38. And they that did eat were 4,000 men, besides women and children.
That's a lot of people, besides women and children.
Kind of one con.
That's power.
Kind of one con, sir.
That's power. Now you know the disciples is the only ones that probably knew about that. You know that, right?
Kind of one con, sir.
Everybody, the people probably didn't even know. The disciples knew.
Kind of one con.
Yeah. That was the last verse?
So like in verse 39. Verse 39. And he sent away the multitude and took ship and came into the coast of Magdala.
Right. Yeah. All right. So you got any questions?
Salakia, sir. The young man have a question again. He says, Salakia Adawan, would that have been unleavened bread?
It don't say. In the UPK, I mean, it's a good question, but it doesn't say. I wouldn't teach it was unleavened. You know what I mean? If it doesn't say it, you don't want to teach it. People ate all kinds of breads. You know what I mean? Leavened, unleavened. So you don't really want to say that it was leavened bread. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying, but it could have been bread with leaven in it, and the miracle still happened. You know what I mean?
Kind of one con.
All right. It could have been either or. Any other questions?
Salakia, sir. With Tawab, sir.
Okay. So I got you the whole chapter. We do it again. I mean, I was just going to do the chapter for you.
Kind of one con, sir. The water, sir.
All right. You want to take it over from here?
Kind of one con. Men of Israel. Allah Panya. Barak. Yahweh Shemi Barak.
Hey, how about Shemi Hamshad Barakatham? Hey, the water for y'all having me, man.
Hey,
Try to do this one more time, another time. The water. Really, the water to y'all, for real, for all your work, too. I know you're doing big things out there. The bar month be telling me, man. So more time, Christ. And that's the school, right?
Kind of one concept.
Congratulations getting to school.
The water general. The water.
For all your hard work. Stay strong, warriors.
Kind of one con. Men of Israel.
And hey, Lacombe, you can always call me later if you have something else on the agenda in the future.
Kind of one concept.
And we see what we can do, all right?
Kind of one con, my lord.
All right, brother. The water for having me.
Hey, the water to you, General. Men of Israel, give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the class. That Men of Israel, Yamat Slaki. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. Yahweh Shemal Yamata. Class dismissed.
You tell them sisters they better come with some questions.
Hey, that's right, General.
All right, dude. All right, shalom.